Okay, namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in this in this part two of what we have been covering on Sandhi. And as usual, we have with us Anushree ji, who runs the popular page called The Vedic Experience. Previously, it was Deng Libra, and we started off with discussing the different types of Sandhi, and ma'am has actually given a very beautiful explanation on what different types of sandhis are and how they affect the individual on all the three levels. That means on tattva level, on rashi level, as well as on nakshatra level. So the part one of the recordings is available on my YouTube channel as well as on ma'am's YouTube channel. So you can access that part from there. So this is part two, and I request Anushree ma'am to take over, where she is supposed to share case studies of her various clients who have these placements in their chart. Okay, and the charts have been shared. The names have been kept anonymous for for the sake of anonymity. The details are there, but we have changed the details a bit so that we can have the examples in place, and the the cases can be presented clearly. Okay, so it's over to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for the last session that we had. We can start with this session as I share my screen.
Thank you, Devarshi, and namaste again, all of you. As we discussed in the last session about Sandhi, now we'll be talking about different case studies to show you live examples how Sandhi effects are seen. So just to brief up, as you all know, Sandhi is a crossover junction. It's a very problematic zone, a gray area between two things, which can be dashas, two tithis, two rashis, two nakshatras, or two nakshatra padas, which will be amsha. So the different results, as we spoke about earlier, Tithi Sandhi gives you issues in relationship, losses in relationships. So usually all Sandhi give us losses, some kind of losses in any area. What losses? We'll have to see. So Tithi Sandhi gives you relationship losses. Rashi Sandhi gives you financial losses. Nakshatra can give you longevity, health issues, health losses. Because nakshatra, as you all know, in Panchang is to do with Vayu, it's to do with health, disease.
Right.
The last one is Amsha. It will give you body part issues. That body part will either have some certain issue, it will not be working properly, or it will be amputated, depending on what other factors are. So let's start then with case study.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the chart that we will be referring to for autism. Okay, ma'am, I think you can see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just open my computer and
Yeah. The screen is just for the for the convenience of our audience. You can use your machine for for reading for making the analysis.
This chart particularly, you see Lagna is not at 29 degrees, but Lagna is at second pada of Shatabisha. So over here, what is happening is if you slightly change the time of your Lagna nakshatra, the pada will change. So if you make it say 9:35, right? You make it my keyboard 9:55 or 9:45, then it goes to pada 4. Okay, it's on the edge, because Shatabisha we know it is at till 20 degrees.
Right.
It was what, 35, 9:35?
Yeah, 9:35 a.m.
So 9:35 is pada 2. Okay. But if we make it 9:40, it is pada 3. I mean, in fact, you can say earlier, 9:30. Yeah, 9:36. Okay. 9:36, it's 1 minute, it is changing.
Right.
So you not see from Lagna, if you look at the degree, it is not 29. So for this kind of Sandhi effects, you have to be very good at degrees. You have to understand when a particular degree gets over, when a new nakshatra starts. You have to have it by-hearted. Because to spot 29 degrees or to spot 0 degrees is very easy. When you just look at the score, you can see 29 degrees, 0 degrees, but spotting nakshatra end is very important. So over here you see, overall, if you see sun is Atmakaraka, highest degree, 29 degrees. So sun is in Sandhi, he is born for mid of month. Sankranti time he is born. So the sun is in Sandhi. Sun is what? Eyes, health, okay, bones, development, brain functioning. Then moon, if you see, moon is not 29. Moon is 25 degree 26 minutes. Revati. It is Gandant. Last question. Also Sandhi, but not that Sandhi as sun. And moon is also with Mars.
Right.
Okay. So over here, this is a autism related issue. And if you see, there are issues with regards to the person's health. If you look at the Navamsha Lagna in this chart, what happens is from Capricorn Lagna, it moves to Aquarius Lagna. Okay, so this is not Lagna Sandhi, but this is Lagna Nakshatra Sandhi. This example.
Right.
So the longevity of this person, or rather health of the person, is under question. And now, transit, Saturn will be transiting in Lagna. The person also has Sadesati, also Lagna Shani. Right? And that particular Saturn will be aspecting the 10th house Venus and Jupiter. So right now the health is very bad of this individual. Of this Gandanta moon, because we have to do Gandanta remedies for moon. Sun in Sankranti, so Sankranti remedies born on a Monday, right? So depending on that, you will do Sankranti remedies. But also because this thing, Lagna, is in Nakshatra Sandhi, body part. Now over here, I would not like to comment on, this is a young girl. I would not like to comment on the body part. However, it's about the blood circulation, or it's the first house, right? First, what is first house? Head, brain. Brain development. Also, you can see people autistic things are there in this chart. Mercury and Saturn are close conjunct. It's also a Pitru dosha, also a Naga dosha. Sixth house, a Sarpabari is recommended. Saturn with Mercury, close conjunct. And this is not a autism, psoriasis, vitiligo. These are very genetic issues. Right. Definitely, Lagna, Nakshatra Sandhi, Moon in Gandanta, Sun in Sandhi, Moon, Sun, Lagna. These three major things are affected. Also, because Sun is Atmakaraka, it's a soul level experience. Yes. Might be that it is coming from the father's side. Because if you see Mercury, which to do with speech development, all the nerves, for autism, Mercury is very important. So Mercury is related to the sun. Mercury is related to the Atmakaraka. So the body here, this native here, is getting soul level suffering by way of punishing the body. 8th Lord Mercury with Atmakaraka. Chronic diseases. Mercury is what? Nerves. Or, our speech. And sun is our brain. Yes. So over here, sun is also the 7th Lord. So let's not, I don't want to go into Dasha and all that, but I just want to give you an example. This is a autistic disorder, and Lagna is Sandhi, Lagna Nakshatra is Sandhi. Okay, and also if you see, the Lagna is also Papa Kartari. Yes. So there are different things. Also, Saturn Sun conjunction is there. So in any chart, when Saturn Sun conjunction is there, health is an issue. Right? And the Varesh of this particular individual is Moon. Moon is again in, so it is not just any Gandanta. For example, you and me, our moon may be Gandanta, but it may not be Varesh. Right. So Vara is the energy. Varesh is Gandanta, health issue. Lagna Nakshatra is Gandanta, is Sandhi, again health issue. Sun is Atmakaraka and Sandhi. So a lot of brain related things. So I have told this individual to listen, do sun remedies. Of course, the typical Naga dosha, Pitru dosha, all those, Gandanta puja. But you also have to give her remedies to make her sun is active. It's very strong. But it is also, it is in a kind of a graha yuddha over here. It is not happy here in Sagittarius. Right. So it is not Papa Kartari, Ketu is there, but still there's a problem. So I have given Ganesh Yantra for this individual because Mercury is weak. You can keep on donating, but donation will not really change your autism. It has to be consistent. So Ganesh Yantra, because Ketu is there, Ketu is finishing this Papa Kartari, this Kartari. of Saturn and Sun. So Ketu is Ganesha. So I've given Ganesh Yantra for this person, but I don't know how it's going to be turning out, because overall Lagna, Sun, Moon, everything is affected.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk on this more?
No, we can go to the next chart in that case. So
Yeah.
this is a chart that is for accidents.
Yeah, this is one.
May
So now the first one we saw that it was, major three main pillars of the chart were affected. Over here we see that Lagna is 0. Sun is now, in this case, Sun is 0 degree. It is Darakaraka, not Atmakaraka. So this chart, Sun Darakaraka means money bringer and relationship bringer, spouse bringer. So this person is going to have issues with relationship. This person is going to have issues with making their own money with their father. Some issue, unhealthy pattern with the father. Now, also over here in this case, Sun is also Varish. So Sun is ruling natural, ruling health, but Sun is also Varish. So double impact. And Sun is Varish, and in Sandhi, the health is affected. Also, if you see this thing about accident that I spoke about, they have an accident kind of a zone. Darakaraka Sun, which is bones, the Sun. Sun is with Ketu in the 6th house, with also Mercury and Venus. So that is stellium in the 6th house. If you look at Venus, Venus is also 29 degrees 43 minutes Sandhi. So Venus is not the 6th lord of maternal family or 6th lord of services, working, jobs, mates. 6, it is also Venus is also relationships. The person has issues with service. She cannot be in one job. She has issues with relationships. And if you look at the accident yoga that I said, this is a Pitru dosha, very severe Pitru dosha kind of a chart. Also, the 11th lord is in the 6th house. It is in Sandhi. So talking about the 11th lord, when I say bhava karaka, what is the bhava karaka? So when I say Venus, Venus is relationships, but Venus is also 6th lord of service and also 11th lord. So over here, 11th lord becomes the father's younger brother. Okay, so what has happened here is that this person's uncle has met with an accident. Actually, it was a murder, but it was a framed kind of accident, and that Pitu dosha is there in the family. So over here, Venus, which is at Mrikshira, okay, is actually involved. Venus is debilitated, see, in the D9.
Right.
Venus, which is Mrikshira, is involved in a curse here. This is not just Sandhi. This is Sandhi, but also it is involved with when you have Pitris, you have ancestors who have died unnatural deaths. It becomes a loop.
Right.
So that Venus karma, when you look at a planetary karma, you say, oh, Venus relationship. Venus in her case is her 6th lord and also her 11th lord. 11th lord is the labh, money. Also, so that has actually, if you look at other charts, I don't want to go into that, but D30, D45, you look at the maternal lineage and stuff like that, paternal lineage, you can find out that how that Venus is actually segregate. It is coming at various levels for her. That one death in the family is, of course, it's also her karma. Venus karma is there, but that death in the family is also affecting her in many ways.
Right.
So this is something we want to talk about. You'll not just say that, okay, 29 degrees, it is Sandhi, but you'll also talk about this, the Pitru dosha effect over here. And Pitru dosha is very difficult. In Venus is in dual sign, it can be remedied. Okay, but yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next chart.
And Mars also. Mars is Atmakaraka here. Mars is also in Sandhi and it is in Gandanta. The person is very spiritual. The person has, it's in the 4th house. What is 4th house? College, home. It is not the 4th lord. It is the 5th lord of skill set. So the person has changed even the education several times. So when you see 5th lord of skill set in the 4th house, it is gone 12th from the 5th of skill set. The person keeps on changing skill. Pursues one course, leaves it halfway. Pursued another course, leaves it halfway. Also, Mars is the karaka for boyfriends. Okay. So this is not relationship. It is not Tithi Lord, but it is still affecting the relationships. It is also associated to A2. A2 is Dhanapada in the 4th house. So money. So I have told these people not to give her land or not to buy land. Of course, this fourth house, the third house of siblings has Saturn, and it is it is Marak from the third. So what happened was this person could not have siblings. All the siblings that were born were aborted.
Okay.
So Mars is the Karaka for brother, right? So this person's siblings, all of them were aborted. He's the only child.
Okay.
So you can see the impact now of abortions. Also, that is also Pitrudosha.
Right.
So this is how you see this thing. Over here, even the Lagna is Pada 1 Aries. So Lagna is also in D9. It's like a Amsha, Amsha Sandhi. So I feel that this person, though it is young, the native is young, I feel that a person will have an accident, will change their life.
Right.
Because, see how it is, the Venus, the 6th Lord, the 11th Lord, all that is with Ketu. It's when you have certain patterns in the family, like the father having accidents, then you having accidents, things like that. So at first I thought maybe it is the maternal issue because 6th house. It is not the maternal issue, it is the paternal issue. The father's brother was murdered.
Yes.
So you have to. So in this case, in Sandhi, of course, you'll say, okay, Sandhi nakshatra devata, you do. You do the graha devatas. Then you can for the Gandant, Pisces Revati, you have to do the remedy for Mars, right? Mars is getting bruises, hurt, right? So Mars at 29 degrees is not just Gandanta, it is in Rashi Sandhi, but it's also in nakshatra Sandhi, isn't it?
Yes.
So what is Mars here? 5th Lord. What is 5th Lord? Womb. 12th Lord, toes. Right? So there's a chance that this person, and even if you look at in D9, Mars is in Pisces. It is Vargottama. So that way, though it is 29 degrees, it is Vargottama, but it is again in Pisces, which is the Karaka for toes. So there can be, this person is very young, but there can be a thing. But overall, as I said, the main theme of this person is accidents, also change of career, relationship not working. Like, choosing arts and going to commerce. Then taking a job in whatever, say clerical job you take. Leave that clerical job and go into marketing. Because Lagna also is Mura. 0 degrees. So Lagna Sandhi, Sun Sandhi, Mars Atmakaraka Sandhi, Venus Sandhi. 6th Lord of Prarabdha in Sandhi. So very confused soul, but very spiritual. So though there are a lot of losses, what we can conclude is that Sandhi planets, if properly guided, the native is properly guided, the Jupiter is strong, then that person has immense spiritual potential.
Right.
So this person has got Diksha from a guru. And Lagnesh is retrograde, it is gone to the 11th house. Okay, that is in Swati Nakshatra. So, I mean, though it is a very difficult chart, Gulika Mandi in Lagna, but this person is being guided spiritually.
Right.
Do you have any questions on this?
No, ma'am. We can go for the next chart and then I'll ask the questions towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next one?
Okay, this is for Sandhi of the Sun and the Moon.
Is it Sagittarius ascendant?
Right, 15 degrees. Lagna at 15 degrees.
Okay. So this is another chart, which is Lagna at 15 degrees. Over here, again, Moon is Atmakaraka, 29 degrees, and Sun is Amartyakaraka, career. Okay, 29 degrees. So over here, what we see is that though Sun is the 9th Lord of higher studies. So this person, though the Sun is in Sandhi, it is in a Purva Bhadrapada, it's a Tripushkara nakshatra. Okay, it's 29 degrees Sandhi, but this person has attained great merit, academic merit, because Sun is also aspecting 9th house.
Right.
So though it is Sandhi, what is happening is 9th Lord aspecting 9th house. So in Sandhi, the person is a PhD holder.
Oh, okay.
Of course, you not have good relationship with the father. Career also is Amartikara, so very good in career. Okay, Moon is Atmakaraka here. So now what is happening is Because moon is Atmakaraka. What is moon? Mother.
Mother.
And moon is also involved in a Shapit yoga and a Visha yoga. Saturn moon, Saturn Rahu in the second house. So what is happening is this person actually had a lot of karmic issues with regards to outside relationships.
Okay.
Okay. Also, with regards to the mother's health. The mother's health was suffering, especially during Capricorn. As you know, now the person is going through Sati. So during that Capricorn time of Saturn in Capricorn, the mother was severely ill. The mother also has a chronic issue. So over here we can see, because moon is in Sandhi, we can conclude that eighth lord of transformation, sexuality. Person has a rather colorful sexual life.
Okay.
Very karmic. Eighth lord Atmakaraka. Transformation, emotional need. Very, how you say, because eighth house is the house of our vulnerabilities.
Right.
So eighth lord Atmakaraka, person is very vulnerable, especially moon Atmakaraka, very sensitive, entanglements, emotional attachments, emotional attachment to sexual counters. Also, the person has had abortions.
Okay.
Because of those emotional entanglements leading to sexual encounters, and then and for a moon Atmakaraka, which is ruling uterus, ovaries, huge. This is soul level suffering.
Right.
So moon is in Sandhi here also, Atmakaraka at 29. You have to let go. What do you let go? Baby.
Yes.
Okay. Uterus. So uterus issue, you have to abort. Then mother is not well. So over here in this chart, we see that because moon is involved in a Shapit yoga, we see the issues with regards to moon. She's not in a homeland. This person is gone away from a homeland. So they can't stay in a native land. But if you look at sun is giving a good career. Mercury also, see, because sun is expecting natural 9th, Mercury is also expecting natural 10th. I mean her 10th house.
Right.
So though Mercury is in a debilitated sign, it is not debilitated. It is in Uttara Bhadrapada. You would have to say, oh, sun is in Sandhi, so they should lose everything. No, sun, they can lose gold. This person will definitely lose gold once in their life. At least a gold earring, maybe, because in the third house, bangle or earring.
Okay.
And they have lost gold. Sun is, the graha will be financial losses.
Right.
Okay. Right. Nakshatra over here, I can't see yeah, also Venus is also Gandant here, right? Venus is in Ashwini. So Venus is 6th lord, and 6th lord and 11th lord here.
Right.
But there's nothing, I don't know about the family, family history. But the two themes are about the emotional attachments and the pain with regards to those attachments, the abortion, and the family and the mother's health.
Okay.
Which we can note from the sun and moon.
Right.
And if you see, Venus is also in the 5th house of womb, 5th house of child, 5th house of first child, or it's also associated with Mrityu-pada.
Right.
So this is how it is. The health has not been an issue. The career has been very good, but the only issue is that a lot of emotional problems.
Yes, because Venus is also relationships, so those emotional problems must be coming from relationships also.
Moon Atmakaraka is very emotional person, very insecure, like a baby. So Moon Atmakaraka, that too in Dhanishta, it is going to Aquarius. Dhanishta is a Mars nakshatra, right? And that too, if you look at the degrees, Saturn is at 9 degree Uttarashada, Rahu is at 29 degrees, and it's far. It's not very close, but it is at the edge. That means the moon wants to behave like Aquarius.
Right.
Freedom. Aquarius is a very, like a crossing of the boundaries, right? Healing sign.
Right.
So I feel that the person actually goes to relationship because of healing. They want healing. If you look at Ganesh has gone to the 8th house. What is 8th house? Sexual encounters. Yes. Sharing other resources. Sharing.
Right.
This person derives a lot of healing from sexual encounters or nurturing, rather. So this is how it is.
Okay. We can move to the next chart then. This is job loss and cancer.
Yeah. Okay, so this one over here, over here it is Gemini Lagna and Moon is in the 7th house. Over here, if you see Saturn is Darakaraka, money bringer. It is also spouse. It is
Right.
Ashwini. So of course the person has issues financially with because Saturn is natural karma karaka, work. So it is giving him instability. So he's not working anymore. He lost his job. He's doing his own thing now. But because Saturn, Ashwini, as you see, look at how the soul is evolving. If you look at it saying, oh, it is bad, it is not bad. The soul is supposed to go independent. Sun is Atmakaraka here.
Right.
He cannot be under somebody else. So the Darakaraka, when it goes to Ashwini, which is a sign of new beginnings, initiatives, enterprise. So the person lost his job. So definitely because of financial issues, the person is still asking, oh, will I still get a job? I said, no, that is not the sole purpose. The sole purpose is to start something all by yourself. Sun in the ninth house itself, Atmakaraka. Of course, he had multiple bosses when he was doing, but he has to start. So what happened for this person is that ninth lord and the eighth lord becoming Darakaraka, going to Sandhi, means transition. So what happened was when his father fell sick, when his father died, he was detected with a chronic disease. Because Saturn is in Darakaraka, Saturn which is in Sandhi, and is also, it's like a nakshatra Sandhi over here.
Right.
So Saturn is 8th lord and nakshatra Sandhi give you disease. When you look at the first thing, okay, you say Saturn is work. But Saturn is also 8th lord. Saturn is also disease giver. Saturn is also 9th lord. So the father died, and thereafter he had issues with his career. He had a chronic disease. He recovered from that, and now he is freelancing. Okay. But if you look at this particular degree over here, because of that Saturn, what is happening? His work changed. His health changed. The death of the father being a son Atmakaraka, additionally to the 9th lord being Sandhi, that was a major crossover of his life. The death of his father. Okay. So of course the father also was deceased. He died of a disease. So, and also if you look at this, his Tithi Lord is also at 28 degrees, Atmakaraka. So relationship. So Saturn being the Darakaraka and the Tithi Lord being Sun, both of them in Sandhi, 28, 29 degrees, the relationship with this person is not good. Right. So though Moon is in the 7th house, the wife is very, moon-like. Okay, the 7th lord is with Ketu in the 4th house, but the wife also suffered a lot. Okay. And Saturn is also Vargottama. Saturn and Venus are close conjunct. So you can understand the person's wife will be so much settled and very hardworking. But Venus, it is also giving effect to Venus. Though Venus is not Sandhi, it is cross 2 degrees. You can say Sandhi because 3.20 degrees is the Sandhi portion. Yes. So there is no loss as such, but it is still in that. So Saturn Venus is what? Private sector work, or wife very hardworking, or new beginnings because Aries, or very inexperienced person who has to, because it shows insincerity or not able to, because Saturn in Aries is, it is debilitated for a reason. It is not comfortable in a fiery sign. It wants to laze around. Right. So this person was given that, because see how if you relate it, Atmakaraka, Darakaraka, Sun wants to do his own thing, and Saturn is gone to Aries. Saturn is gone to the exaltation sign of Sun. Yeah. So this is how his soul purpose, and his soul evolved with the death of his father, with his own chronic disease, and then the career. He must have also actually lost a building because Saturn is building. So this person is actually going to now, because he's lost his job, he has to sell a property. Okay. Real estate. Saturn is building. You always lose whatever is Saturn. So he cannot be having that property for his lifelong and encashing on rent. He has to sell it. So Jupiter, Saturn is also other things. In his case, it is 8th lord. So this person, I think, had a kidney issue. So 8th lord is also kidney. Saturn with Venus together. What is Venus? Kidney. Kidneys, and yes. I have predicted for this person to get diabetes after his father's death.
Right.
So he knows after his father's death because it is Sandhi and with the 8th Lord and 9th Lord. So forget about Dasha. The minute the father died, he got diabetes. I mean, not after his father died, like when he got this chronic issue, he got diabetes. So Venus is diabetes. Venus is also kidney. So though Venus is not really at 29 degrees or 0 degree, Venus is at 2 degree, but it is giving that
Sandhi
Sandhi effect because it is with it. So it is not just in this chart we see that it is not just the planet in Sandhi which is giving the issue, but also the planet with this with the Sandhi planet.
Okay.
Because Venus is there with both are Sandhi up to 320 is Sandhi, right? 0 to 320 exactly. But 2 degrees is not that great Sandhi. I would say 29.30 plus and 0 degree to 1. That is more severe with regards to losses. And also, if you look at some other things over here, like, see this 4th Lord. What is 4th Lord? Home. Residency. So 4th Lord is also associated with the planet in Sandhi. Vehicle. Right. So there have been other issues which I don't want to mention, but there have been issues with regards to vehicle, with regards to house for this person. Okay. So this is how. And then, one more thing. I want to just say one more thing. See, the nakshatra lord is Ketu. So what is nakshatra? In the Pancham, nakshatra is to do with disease. Right. Ketu is surgery. So where is Ketu gone? In the 4th house. Ketu is also selling, cutting out. Right? I mean, giving away. So over here, that even that Ketu also is playing a huge role. Right. Though it is not, associated with, it is not associated with this, Venus Saturn, but it is 6 from that particular Sandhi planet. Yes. And it is 8 from Sun. Ketu here being the disease karak or the ruler of nakshatra, it is playing. And also, if you can see, this is also nakshatra Sandhi in a way. The moon is at 4th pada. Okay, and if you look at the natal chart description, it is 17.28% left. Right. So it is not at 0% or 2% left, but still, it is at the end, 4th pada. Right, almost about to go to Purvashada. Yes. Right, so just like Dasha Sandhi, when you see 6 months or 1 year effect, this Mura moon is actually wants to go to Purvashada. It's behaving like Purvashada in a way. So that is why this person has, of course, he's moved places, he was originally from somewhere else, and he was born, his origin is from somewhere else. And then he's born somewhere else, and then he moved elsewhere, and then finally he settled somewhere else. So it's a nomadic life, basically. No, it's not a nomadic, he's settled now, but like lot of changes. Right. For example, you're a Bengali. Suppose you were born in Kerala. Originally from Bengali, because your roots are not. So you were born in Kerala, then you go to Switzerland, and then suddenly you go to China. Okay. So you see the 4th house, how it is manifesting. Yeah. This way. Okay. All right. So we can go to the next chart of. Okay. So this is litigations. This is for litigations. Okay. So litigation. Sagittarius ascendant, 5 degree Mura. Yes. Lagna? Yes. Okay. So this is an example of Tithi Sandhi. Okay. Also there are other Sandhi planets like Atmakaraka Sandhi is also there. But I didn't really get much charts for examples wherein it was 98% left or 0. So when a Tithi is changing on the software, you'll obviously see like 2% left, or you'll see 99% left. So now this 8% left means Chaturdashi has finished and Amavasya has just started. Yes. So he's born on the first current of Amavasya, which is a fixed current. So of course his work also is affected because of that. He's born on Amavasya, definitely affected. So Tithi is affected. So Tithi is relationship. This person usually had a lot of relationships. Okay, Venus is debilitated, Nicha Karma, and Venus is if you look at Venus is in the 10th house, it's also Jnanati Karaka. So Venus is enemy bringer, trouble bringer, disease bringer is Venus. So women can put him into issues. So in college life, because fourth house is affected by Venus, college life, and even at his servants. I mean, he was a little bit questionable behavior, and he had issues his own karma with women. Of course, Amavasya, so he could not really have a good relationship, first of all. But it is not just Amavasya, it's also Tithi Sandhi. Okay. Gandanta would become after Amavasya. If this was, say, suppose it was Pratipad and it was 98% left, then it would be Tithi Gandanta as well. Okay. Because Amavasya to Pratipad is Gandanta Tithi as well. Chaturdashi to Amavasya is not Gandanta. So over here, what will happen? I mean, over here, the relationship are affected, Tithi is affected, so Tithi Sandhi. So loss of relationships. So even his wife, what happened? Sixth Lord is Venus. In the 10th house, the minute he got married, okay, the in-laws must put a case on his head.
Okay.
False case on his head. Because Mercury is there, Sun, Moon are there in the 8th house. In-laws are very political and they're very so the 8th house stellium is all his energy, his karma are going in the 8th house, right? So what happened was the wife got pregnant, okay, and that she started demanding, I want this, I want that, and then the in-laws put a case on him. So now Atmakaraka is poor thing, 29 degrees Mars in Taurus, the natural sign of money and accumulated treasure. So the wife is asking for money. In his case, it is 6th house litigation. So of course, health is affected, but Mars is natural karaka for litigation. Mars here is Lord. So when he was into having a typical Casanova life, and he was very rich, so here he could have easily women. But when his life went haywire, the karma bat really hit him when he had a child.
Right.
Because he was so powerful and so rich, no one could touch him. All the karma that he did with regards to women, no one could touch him. But the minute his child was born, first child, fifth lord in the 6th. So now the wife is accusing him of false cases and demanding money because of the child, and he's stuck. And definitely Amavasya born, that to 8th house moon, so he's gone through a lot of depression. He's gone through a lot of also it's Ashtam Shani return. So during this phase, as we talk right now, this person is going through a hell.
Okay. Amavasya also destroys.
Mars is police, a lot of litigation, so a lot of police involved.
Right. And
what happened after the birth of the child?
Because I think Amavasya also afflicts Jupiter. Because
Amavasya naturally, and he's the other day I was talking in the session on Facebook that whenever Amavasya birth is there, always the Jupiter will always be gone. Some issue is there.
So child,
here we have Chandal.
The child thing came up, the child caused issues maybe because of that as well.
Okay, there are many people I see such chart, Amavasya born, or Amavasya people have a issue with regards to being raped. Because Amavasya time when Brahaspati's wife
she was kidnapped. Yes.
So, raping sort of issue, akin to rape, not that you have to really get sexually raped, but raped of honor, raped of dignity. Some way raped. There was a lady I know, she's Amavasya born. Her mother always favored the elder brother, never gave her education also. And she was always, demeaned and she was ridiculed because, of course, and Amavasya moon is weak. So the person starts to have very negative thoughts.
Right.
So this person not only has Mars Atmakaraka, so litigation, this will be a part of his life. Blood pressure will be a part of his life. The money that they have is also an issue. So the father is involved in a lot of black money kind of a thing over here. Okay, if you look at Sun, see how Sun is gone to the 8th house. So the father, the money that they're getting is not really good. So the Atmakaraka is gone to the Taurus sign. So what is happening over here? The wife is asking him to, because they're very rich. The wife is now saying, you know what, give me so and so value. They're kind of looting the full family. It's like that because Taurus.
Right.
So this person has to shell out a lot of money. Of course, litigation, also go to depression. And the 5th lord is activated on the 5th house is Mrityupada. He's living in the south. Mars is south direction. So he must have traveled somewhere south for some temple or something. like that. And Mars is also 12th lord of jail yoga. So this person has gone and he's also been, there's a lot of, in a very highly political family. So, but there's a huge thing for him. I mean, I don't, it is not like a Bandhan yoga or something, the 7th house is Papa Kartari, but there can be, during this, like a suicidal kind of issue here, if not jail.
Right.
Because Moon is gone to the 8th house, Ketu in the 5th house of mind, Manas, and currently Shani. So this person is suicidal right now.
Okay.
So see how it is translating. Also, another thing, the nakshatra amsha. Look at that. Saturn is retrograde, so this effect will be more stronger. Saturn is 17 degrees Shatabisha. Just like 18 degrees Shatabisha, this pada will change. Right?
Yes.
It is pada 4. So it is moving to Purva Bhadrapada. So Saturn is what? In his chart, Saturn is Bhratvikaraka, brothers. Saturn also third. Okay, also second lord of money, Kutumbastan. So what is happening? His family is breaking apart. His money is going. Accumulated treasures, whatever he had, he has to shell away. Right? And this money thing, exactly when it is happening since January.
Okay.
Wife has struck, like, okay, pay me my debt. At the timing, Saturn return.
Yes.
So Amsha Sandhi, definitely third lord. I don't know about accidents and all for this person. I don't know that much. But third lord is definitely hands. It's also work. So this boy has done some master something, and then he had to join his father's business. So he's like the Saturn is expecting the 9th house. So of his father. So he joined his father's business. But again here the change of work or leaving of work. He joined some company and he had to leave it. See over here, how it is happening. It is second and third lord. Second is also to do with any mouth issues, right? So there can be some sort of mouth and throat surgery for this person, or some kind of, we can't assume that the tongue will be cut off or something like that. No, we can't be like that. But some kind of surgery or some kind of little bit, can be also dental surgery, right? Dental surgery, because second house. So he's many tooth. I mean, compared to general people, he's more teeth can be extracted.
Right.
For the subtlest effect, when we can see second lord in nakshatra sandhi. Sorry, amsha sandhi. So not only will you have financial families, second house is the house of your family's income. So what is happening? Because of this marriage of his, he has to lose all the money, family income.
Right.
He's giving. So this is how it is. So though Saturn is not 29 degrees, it is at 17 degrees Shatabisha. It is almost about to go to Purva Bhadrapada. Like Amsha Sandhi and also, like that. So see how it is manifesting.
Yes.
You have more, to say on this chart. What do you think?
No, it's a very difficult chart in that case, Although it looks that he is born with a rich spoon, but still it has come back to haunt him.
Karma he has to face, no? Karma he has to face.
Yes. Very much. I think people on the outside will be seeing only the money, that this guy has a lot of money, but then who is going to account for all the emotional trauma that he's going through because of these litigations? And
trauma, he's suicidal. And if you look at it, remember that thing I told about Saturn being Shatabisha Amsha Sandhi? Saturn is also his Varesh. So now he's literally about to kill himself, just like that.
Right.
Because Varesh is health. His health is totally deteriorated. He's very, very bad state. And if you look at his Jupiter is with Rahu. Jupiter is natural Putra Karaka. And as you know, that Mars is his 5th lord. So suffering with regards to 5th, investment, skill set, time. So what happened was, because he's born on Amsha, Tithi Lord is Rahu. Rahu is cheating. He cheated many girls. He went around, didn't get married. He was a rich boy. Now his wife came, and the wife has cheated him for the child. She got pregnant, and now she's asking for money. Because if she would just get married to him, she would have not got money, right?
Right.
So now with the child, she can demand a lot of money.
And that too, Saturn is retrograde, so he is getting some instant karmic things.
Exactly. So the Tithi Lord Rahu is with Jupiter, aspecting the 5th house. So the wife is now cheating him with regards to the child. Even the child was forced on him. So you see how the Tithi Lord Rahu is playing with Jupiter here. Of course, it's Amavasya birth. If it was Ashtami birth, well, again Tithi Lord Rahu would have been different.
Different, yes.
But this is Amavasya birth.
Amavasya birth. Jupiter is also getting afflicted.
Tithi Gandanta, it's a karmic knot. You cannot come out of it.
Right.
Tithi, sorry, this is not Gandanta. This is not just normal Tithi Sandhi, not Gandanta. But still, it is like Amavasya. Moon is dark. No Pakshabha.
Right.
And he is not able to cope because 8th house is the house of coping, of pleasures. His 8th lord is dark. There is no Pakshabha.
Right, right.
Right? I think even his son also is in nakshatra, if I'm not wrong. Wait. No, his Lagna is in Sandhi, by the way, again.
Okay.
Lagna nakshatra, but it's going to Padatri. So this is about it. So these people are very rich people, okay, and they have a lot of cattle and lot of property. Mars, his father is into mining. Saturn and Mars are there. So see how it is playing. Darakarka's, Rahu is illegal money. So this is a perfect example of parents' karma affecting boomerang.
Yes.
Parents' karma plus his own, karma and past karma. Because Mars is land, Mars is brothers. In his case, Mars is 5th lord and 12th lord. 12th lord, all of subconscious, suicide. When you want to commit suicide, what is that? 12th house.
12th house.
Jupiter is the karka which makes us want to live. But in his case, right now Jupiter has Ketu over it. So currently, from April 2022, Ketu has been transiting over his Lagnesh. He doesn't want to live. Hopefully, as we talk, I hope this person, gets a turnaround and he, somehow just pays the karma and becomes strong to go forward in his life. And he doesn't really do anything. He has amazing support from his family. You see, Venus is in the debilitation sign. Venus is aspecting the 4th house.
Right.
So see how it is. He has got all the silver, gold spoon, diamond spoon, but
yeah, it's all getting lost because of the trauma coming in.
There are many things. Lagna also is in nakshatra Sandhi. Okay, but that Mars Sandhi, I'm just giving you an example how the Atmakaraka has a soul, like a change in his life suddenly. Like as I said, Saturn is also in nakshatra Sandhi and that Mars in Sandhi. So the minute he conceived, everything went haywire. So how that timing, and Saturn returned in Aquarius, which is the toughest time for him.
Right. Plus his natal Saturn is retrograde also.
Yeah, and that is also in, so the natal Saturn is in retrograde, but it's also in Shatabisha. Currently it is in Shatabisha, in transit. And since his Saturn is in Sandhi, in Amsha Sandhi, during this time, there's a chance that he might, meet an accident or he might lose his finger or something like that, hands.
Right.
Second lord, can be anything.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is about it.
Okay. So we'll take up the last chart of Amsha Sandhi, and this is the sun.
Sandhi, Amsha Sandhi. Amsha Sandhi, wait. I can't find wait, sorry.
It's a Mars. Yeah.
I got it. Wait. Okay, so this is 29 degrees Lagna, Punarvasu, Rahu Lagna. Okay, if you look at the Tithi Lord itself is in Lagna. So not only the Lagna is in Sandhi, but the Rahu, which is naturally a very volatile, unstable planet, is also in a Sandhi Rashi.
Right.
So naturally, Tithi Lord is Rahu, unconventional, relationship, very, very greedy, very, very unsettled with regards to relationships. They want to have exotic, relationship, obsession, codependency is the theme for this person because Tithi Lord is Rahu. Rahu on the head in Lagna.
Mm.
Dual sign, multiple relationships. Rahu Ketu 1/7, Rahu in Lagna, karmic relationships. And because Rahu Ketu is there, this person is going to be not really settled or convinced till 42 at least. Right?
Okay.
So Rahu is there, the Tithi Lord is there in Lagna, it is in Gemini. This person is aspiring to go to US.
Okay.
Okay, and in Lagna is Punarvasu. The
Great again.
personality of the person is home again, is again and again.
Great again.
So
Yeah.
remake the personality.
Yes.
At first, it was a very, flirtatious, many relationships, one night stand kind of energy, friendly energy. Okay, very, like a greedy, self-centered, rather, putting myself first kind of energy. And
Right.
now, because Sandhi, what is happening? It is going to it is going to Taurus. It is going to Cancer, second house. So this person is now at a juncture of their life because, of course, after Rahu returned in 2017 to Gemini. Thereafter, there has been a major change for this person compared to the last 18 years of their life. So the mother is sick now because second lord is Moon, and the mother is sick, and they have to cater to the mother. So now, from a Gemini, very dualistic, mindset, the person is more about security, more about home, more about mother, more about residence. They want to move somewhere to a particular place, which is US. They want to be home based. So see how the Sandhi. So also Punarvas is home again.
Home again. Yes.
So when Lagna is Punarvasu, definitely there's a duality, but also because it is Sandhi, there's a change. You have to let go. So this person is definitely going to totally change, is already changing the full personality, the full character.
Right.
So this is one. Then if you look at another thing, again here, Shatabisha. We're having a lot of Shatabisha charts. Interestingly, Sandhi is the Namakshar, which is also Shatabisha. That we are taking this. And Jupiter is in Shatabisha, Jupiter is in Sandhi. So a lot of Sandhi energy as we speak. So this particular chart, Sun is 18 degrees Shatabisha. So what is happening? Again, Amsha. So this sun rules eyes, bones, okay, heart. Sun is third lord of younger sibling and third lord of hand. So this person actually was, actually had an accident on their fingers. The finger was cut and they lost a finger. See how third lord is in Amsha Sandhi.
Right.
Playing out.
Right. Right.
Also, if you look at over here now, this Lagnesh is Mercury has gone to the 8th house. So Saturn is in. Why am I seeing this? Sorry, Saturn is at 27 degrees 51. So even the work, okay, if you look at Saturn is Atmakaraka, it is not 29 degrees, but it is 27. It is like almost towards the end of the sign. It is about to go to Libra.
Right.
Okay. So this person actually, what is Saturn? Saturn is 8th lord of transformation, 8th lord of surgeries, and 9th lord of father. So the person actually has graduated in some other field, however, was helping their father in surgeries.
Okay.
Okay. So the father is a surgeon, a cosmetic surgeon, and she was operating on people.
Okay.
How Saturn Atmakaraka? Atmakaraka is what? Sole purpose. And over here, if you look at it, currently Sun is also, Sun in Shatabisha. So what is going to happen is when the mother dies, Sun is Matrukaraka. So when the mother dies, there will be a major soul, thing for her. The father has died. Father is 9th Lord Saturn. Mother is Matrukaraka, but it's an Amsha Sandhi. Okay, so that Amsha Sandhi is it's like a Gandan. It is not Gandanta, but it is like a karmic zone, which the person has to transition. Until then after that they will take part. They'll go on to the next phase of their journey. So for this person, because Sun, which is natural self-esteem, and for her it is third lord of efforts, initiatives, short distance travels. Sun is also Matsu. So the mother is alive. The mother is severely sick. She's attending to the mother now. But till the mother is alive, she'll have that Amsha effect.
Right.
So of course, father died. She had a head. The father died recently, and she had a hand, she lost a finger. Okay, but because sun is Matrukaraka, the mother's, she'll have that sandhi kind of crossover kind of experience for herself when her mother dies. So I have told her that when your mother dies, okay, you will be crossing countries. You'll be leaving your country and going.
Right.
So Matrukaraka is 4th house energy. So what is happening is, though it is Sandhi, she lost a finger, or all that, this experience of hers actually crossing, it is like, getting a visa, and getting like
she might fulfill her dream of coming to the US finally.
Yeah, she wants to go to, Rahu is in Lagna in Gemini.
Right.
Also, her 4th house is very heavily afflicted. So she should not stay in her native place. 4th lord has also gone to the 8th house.
Yes.
She's a pharmacist, but she has been doing surgery. So you can understand how pharmacy and surgery is related.
Right.
Surgery is not what she has studied. She's not a doctor. But because her 4th lord is her dispositor of Saturn is Mercury, okay, and I mean she was like, see how her Saturn and Mars are together. So there's a conflict in her work. Atmakaraka, Amartikaraka are together, but both are retrograde. Both are in the same nakshatra, Chitra. The close conjunct. Right. I think Yuddha as well. No, Yuddha. But still, so there's a change in our work. So what is happening over here because of that 27 degree Sandhi? It is not at that end. It is at the, just after 25. The last 3.20 is Sandhi, right? So her Saturn is 27, 51. But because it is retrograde, she's redoing it. So this case, it is not only Sandhi, it is retro. So even delay to transition. Yes. Sandhi means transition. The person has discomfort in transition. Gandanta Sandhi is lot of discomfort, karmic effect. But retro Sandhi will be what? They have to do it 1,000 times before they transition. And plus, both retrograde Saturn and Mars being together, it's a very afflicted 4th house. Afflicted 4th house, but it's also Atmakaraka, right? So her soul will be now. See, she was a pharmacist. She worked in surgery with her father. So as long as her father was there, and then she is actually living with her mother-in-law. Okay. So look at the mother plane here. 8th lord in the 4th house. So she doesn't have a good relationship with the mother because the 4th house is afflicted. Born in a silver spoon, Rohini nakshatra, 16 degrees. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But the 8th lord in the 4th. So she considers the mother-in-law like her mother. And 4th house is also the house of purity. So she has to undergo soul level, trauma to be pure of all the things. Blemish totally, because not 4th house, but also Virgo. Virgo is a natural sign of Virgin. It's purity. Right. So she's always gone to impure, sinful methods. Now she has to change. Her moon is in Rohini. It's a serpentine nakshatra, snake yoni. Right? Rahu Ketu, Kundalini gone haywire, 1/7. Mercury Venus, which is multiplicity in relationship, in the 8th house of sexual relationships. Right? Rahu Tarakarka. So she always goes for people who are going to provide her that support. She wants lucrative partners. Yes. She also had a 7th lord in Swati. He's going to go for somebody who will give her that life. Yes. Now she's looking at, because the Lagna is Sandhi, after having a lot of fun, now she's looking at 2nd house, in a way like, okay, what can give me home? What can give me comfort? I will behave like this, I will become in a way that will give me comfort. Right. So see how this soul is like, 29 degrees Lagna persona is changing. Her Saturn, her work has changed. Right, her work has changed. Even her sun also. Sun is her, because what happens when you go for these relationships? Your soul, there's something wrong with your self-esteem. That's why you're going for these, right? If you have a good ego, you will not sleep around. Yes. If you're weak, only then you will want to go for such relationships. If you're strong, then you'll go. Her sun is in Aquarius in the 9th house. It is afflicted by Rahu. Okay, in D9, Sun is also aspected by Saturn. So if you see in her chart, Sun Saturn opposition is there. Jupiter Saturn opposition. So even her current partner, she's not happy. She's having some kind of, she always wants something better. It's like that. So how it is playing out in her work, how it is playing out in her esteem, how the father's death not only changed her profession, but also changed her overall, independence. So see how it is, and Tithi Lord. So see, Tithi Lord is in Lagna, it is not in Sandhi. It is also 26 degrees. Punarvasu, it is like 3 degrees, right? Always minus Rahu, 3 degrees something. But even that Rahu also is in Punarvasu.
Right.
Tithi Lord, Punarvasu, again and again. So
right.
how many relationships this person have?
Multiple.
So because Rahu is like Vayu Tattva, again Vayu. So Lagna is like, the sun is pretty weak. See, whenever Rahu goes to Lagna, he's sitting on the throne of sun. So that you can also relate Rahu and sun here. Also Rahu is a sun, but because Rahu is sitting on so the person is going to be in illusion still at least 40 to 45.
Right. Right.
So I have told her that she's going to go to US, so that when that Rahu age comes, that is when she'll go to US. And she'll fulfill that soul, and she's going to US how? Not on her own terms. She's going to US based on a relationship.
Right.
Why? Tithi Lord is in Gemini. Her relationship is taking her to US.
Yes.
She's her boyfriend. Will get a job there and then she'll move.
Right.
So this is how beautiful astrology is.
Yes. Okay, so that's it with the charts. I'll just ask a couple of questions before we let you go, ma'am. Number one, say you've spoken about the other saptagrahas in Sandhi. What happens if the nodes come into Sandhi? How do...
Yeah, so we have the examples, right? This one, last two nodes. So nodes again work on dispositor, right? And nodes are always retrograde. So nodes Sandhi is similar to retrograde planet in Sandhi, as we spoke about Saturn doing again and again.
Right.
So even that karma, they'll be trapped because Rahu Ketu are very karmic. And like for example, right now we talk in transit, Rahu is in Aries. Okay, so when it goes to the Kritika, when it goes to Aries, is going to go to Pisces, no? Pisces. So when it goes to Ashwini, now it is Ashwini, so it's going to go to Revati in October. So it's again, here we have this nakshatra change. So we'll see major, from horse, very swift, it is going to elephant. Elephant is very magnanimous. The impact is large. It's very wild. It's very
regal. It's regal also.
Yeah, but it is huge.
Yeah.
So the impact is more. So that way we can speak, like, as I said earlier, about tattva. And also the dispositor, both are friendly. Mars is more volatile, it's more impulsive. Pisces is Jupiterian. So Jupiter Rahu don't go well. Rahu is a Vayu Tattva. So Jupiter in Pisces will be different. It will not be happy.
Right.
So this is how, again, about to answer your question about Sandhi, Rahu Ketu Sandhi, as Rahu Ketu always work on nodes. The strength of their, as Rahu Ketu always work on dispositors, and the strength of the dispositors, that dispositors will play a huge role in how it is manifesting. All right. Also, as I said earlier, even in her case, the last case we saw, Rahu is in Sandhi. Like 3 degrees. I mean, not Sandhi, it is crossed 3 degrees. But suppose Rahu was in Sandhi, then here the Tithi Lord is Rahu, na? So relation. 9th Lord is Rahu, so father. So the Jiva Karka will be father. 9th house is the house of long distance settlement. She wants to go abroad. It's about her master's degree. It's about a relationship. So this is how we will decode. Okay.
All right. All right then. The remedies will...
More questions?
Yeah. You've already shared a lot of insights, ma'am.
Things I want to share. So the first one, the Tithi Sandhi. As I said, Tithi Sandhi is relationship with Jala Tattva. So definitely Devi, because she rules the Jala Tattva, to pray to Devi. Secondly, depending on what Tithi it is, right? If it's Krishna Panchami, so there are 3 Kandantas: Panchami, Shashti, Dashami, Ekadashi, and then Purnima, Pratipada. The Gandanta, Tithi Gandanta. So Tithi Sandhi is one thing, and when these Sandhis are taking part in the fire water kind of tattva, mix of tattva, they become Gandanta.
Gandanta.
So for these Tithi Gandanta, of course, it's one of the major Gandanta that we have, Lagna, Nakshatra, and Tithi. So we have to do the pujan of the Devata for that particular Tithi. Now
Okay.
Krishna Panchami, suppose somebody is born in Krishna Panchami, it's a Lakshmi Pada, right? It is a Jupiter, Akash Tattva. From Panchami, it is going to Shashti. Shashti is Venus, right? So the first part of Panchami is not an issue. Last part of Panchami has got Tithi Gandanta. It also Sandhi. So there will be more a person who is born on Dvitiya, Tritiya, Sandhi. Sandhi, but still not a big issue. But somebody who is born on Sandhi and Gandanta will be stuck, will not be able to let go. So he is still, crying about the ex.
Okay.
Even after marriage, he is still crying about the ex. Such people are Tithi Gandanta. They're stuck. Gandanta are not. It's a karmic or a behavioral pattern or a relationship pattern. For example, Jupiter, in the case of Panchami to Shashti, what is happening? Jupiter and Tithi, Jupiter people are always wanting to get married.
Right.
Tithi lords, they're very Jupiterian. They're very, depending on where Jupiter is, how Jupiter is. But usually, Tithi Lord Jupiter, those people are Akash Tattva, they want to get married. It's like a very idealistic, dharmic kind of a thing. So, Tithi Sandhi, the remedy is to pray to, the Jala Tattva deity, which is Durga, then to do the Tithi, the remedy for the Tithi. For example, if it is Ekadashi, then Ekadashi fast. Like there are also certain, like for Amasa, this guy who was having litigation, he was born Amasa. So Amasa is Pitris. Right? That way for Tithi thing. Also, Tithi's relationships, so as I said earlier, Gita, which praises Krishna. So Gita is an excellent way to, by loving God, you can love someone else. Otherwise, you're not capable in giving. The Tithi is a part of ourselves which we give. It's a sun moon yoga.
Right.
So Tithi will also show how your sun and moon is, right, in your chart. So if your sun and moon are Shadashtak, sun and moon are 3 by 11 or 2 by 12, how they are. That is why Chaturdashi, Amavasya are bad Tithis. Even Purnima, people get excited. Purnima is not good in the second half.
Right.
Because Purnima, the second half of Purnima is approaching Patipad. Full Paksha is changing.
Yes.
Right? So the person will have a major transformation because of that. For example, 10th Lord is Moon, Libra ascendant, suppose. Okay, and 10th Lord is Moon. Also, suppose Aries ascendant, 10th Lord is Saturn. Purnima Tithi, what happens? Tithi Lord is Saturn.
Tithi Lord is Saturn.
And the career will change. Career will change after marriage. Because 10th Lord will trigger that. So if it is Gandhan, what will happen is it is going to cause him a lot of upheaval. He will not be able to change soon, or he will have issues.
Right.
And Tithi is also prosperity, because if you look at Karan, which is the Karan is the Muladhara Chakra, or the stability in our life is to do with Karan. Okay, it is a Prithvi Tattva from the Panchang. So Karan is half of Tithi. And yoga. So basically, Karan and yoga, which are the parts of Panchang, are derived from Tithi. So if Tithi is not good, everything else goes for a toss.
Yes.
Right? So Tithi Kandanta, Tithi Sandhi are very, very important. Of course, nakshatra and planets come later. And then Rashi Sandhi, financial losses. So definitely at a graha level, because graha devata is to do with material losses, material gains. So whichever planet is there in Sandhi, you have to do the Havan or the Japa for that with a graha devata mantra. Because Rashi, it's about material losses. Okay. The nakshatra, of course, nakshatra is to do with moon, lunar mansion. So definitely the nakshatra devata, first thing. And secondly, because it is to do with longevity, so Saturn. Because longevity things of Mahamrutyunjaya. Right. These are very good. And Amsha Sandhi, this is because the Amsha Sandhi in D9, what happens is the Karaka, the Atmakaraka of D9 is Venus. Okay, Venus is also Sanjeevani. Like suppose the part, like one lady, similar to what I showed you about the glass broken in the hand and the hand getting cut. Another lady has a similar issue. Her son is also in Sandhi. But in this case, her hands are not cut. She's got a little bit of osteoporosis kinds. Okay. Like, her bones are getting bad. So that means she's not losing the part, but they are becoming a little bit paralyzed. Or defective. So her hands, in her case, she's not going to get amputation, but they're getting osteoporosis, so she cannot move her fingers. So depending on the degree, depending on the intensity, the part you cannot just, you have to be very careful when you predict. You just can't say your hands will be cut off, right?
Right.
So in her case, I would say, okay, sun is there. So sun is, you have to pray to the Surya, the Devta, but Amsha is also Venus. So you have to pray to Sanjivani, which is Mahamrutyunjaya. So Shiva, which is the Pratyati Devta of sun, but pray to Mahamrutyunjaya. So you can do the Mahamrutyunjaya mantra by Kaloha Rishi. You can do that. So depending on what it is, how it is involved, you have to see. In the earlier case, which you saw about the accidents, wherein Mars was involved, in her case, it was in the 4th house. Atmakaraka was in the 4th house. So she has to pray to Grama Devata. Mars is Kanda. Mars is Narsimha. Okay. But there was also a Pitrodosha in her chart. So without doing Pitrodosha, you can't remedy her.
Right.
Because that planet in Sandhi was associated to that. So in some time what happens, Sandhi planet is there, but Sandhi is also Badakesha.
Yes.
Anyways, the poor power is stuck in transition, he cannot move, and now that particular planet becomes Badakesha, what happens? He's getting obstacles in moving ahead.
It's a double whammy basically. Not a double whammy, a triple whammy.
Yeah, triple, I don't know how many whammies, but this is how, and you cannot explain to the client as to, these astrological terms as to why he's stuck.
Yes. Most of them don't know astrology.
Ganesha will cut it out. And then we can also give Viparit remedies. For example, Sun in Sandhis, we can give Saturn remedy. Okay, Venus, like in that earlier case where the Venus was in Ashwini, in Ketu nakshatra, you can definitely give a Ganesha, because Ketu can be used to curb the pleasures, the lust. Like that. So depending on what the losses are, I think these are the remedies.
Okay.
And I think we covered everything, right? Also, one more thing I want to say, the planet in Sandhi, which I want to cover. So Sun, as I said, is gold losses. Mars can be properties. Mercury, as I said, can be orchards, plants. There was a lady in the US, one of my good friends. She had a huge house in Texas. Amazing garden. Her Mercury is in Sandhi. So her husband died. And she could not stay in the house anymore. She has to quit the house. So of course she had to sell the property, but her major life, her life was in that garden. Old lady. So understood, she lost the garden. So Mercury to herbs, to gardens, orchards. Like in Goa, from where I am, we have a lot of plantations. Usually the brothers and the people, they fight for it. Right. Government takes over to build something. So this is a perfect example where Mercury is Sandhi. And Venus is Tridhan, your jewelry which you get in the wedding. It's also Venus is also your kidney in terms of Amsha Sandhi. Okay, so when Venus is in nakshatra Sandhi, the person will have to fight diabetes, genital issues, kidney issues, all Venusian things, varicose veins. Okay. People who have varicose veins issues are Venusian affliction. Saturn is to do with, I think, underground. Saturn can be mining in Goa. As you know, there's a lot of Sargankar, mines. I think even this Nellore, Hyderabad side, they have mines, mining. When someone takes over and you lose the mine, what happens? It is Saturn Sun. That is to do with underground metals, losing your silverware. The silver also metal. Silver is moon actually, but you can consider Saturn because Saturn also metals. Then Moon Sandhi. Yeah, Jupiter. Jupiter is books. Any Vedic literature. Suppose you have people collect, right? Puranas, library, Vedic books, and someone just like that. So this is it. Yeah, ma'am. Moon Sandhi you did not cover in that case. Moon can be like mother, uterus, breast. Right. Okay, amshas. Moon can be food. Anything that nourishes. Anything that nourishes. Yeah, nourishes. Moon can be water. You have a well, and then you sell the lot. The well is water source. Right. I know a client who has a Jupiter Sandhi, and that person, he had collected, since you mentioned about books,
He had collected a
Yeah.
lot of comic books, almost almost a huge, like a treasure
Correct.
chest. And then one day when he went to school, that happened actually when he was in, I think he was in the fifth standard. His mother, she sold away that chest. And then he was really, really traumatized, that poor guy, and he has not yet even recovered from the trauma. And that was the first thing that he asked me in the consultation, why did my mother did this to me? I just want to know. And this Jupiter was at 0 degrees.
0 degrees. No, so we can actually tell the client, we can actually give answers when they say they have questions, right?
Mhm.
When to move on, when not to move on. There are so many things in life, but sometimes we cling to only 4 or 5.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
these Sandhi planets are exactly what we cling to.
Right, right, right. So
And
the
even the body losses, or like I said, one person's hand is totally, was there was a surgery on the hand. Other person's hand is not gone, no amputation, but it is like it has got osteoporosis, bone issue.
mm,
The bones are brittle.
mm,
Okay, so one person now sees autistic, as you saw. So child, it's like bal arishta kind of a thing.
mm,
But because lagna, moon, and sun, all these three in sandhi is a issue.
yes, yes,
So this is an amazing topic which I wish most people
yes,
covered. And
yes,
the
and
transition is very important. It is not visible to, it is not, one cannot find the transition at 12 years. When a client comes to you, when you explain to them that, oh, this is going to happen, they will laugh at you, or they will probably say bad things to you. What
right.
do you mean? Not do my engineering? Are you crazy? No, I will do my engineering. I say, yeah, you will do, but then you leave it and you'll go for something else.
The best thing is to let go in that case.
No, but you have to tell them that,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
this will be an issue. They'll not use the education, because many times the parents come with such kids, and then the parents are worried. What should the child do? Then in a
Mm,
brief sentence, just let him go do whatever he wants. Anyways, he'll not be using his skill set. He'll become brilliant, street smart. He'll not use his. That is the best way to put it.
right.
If you plan that he's going to leave the engineering and go for something else.
Mm,
Also, relationships. This girl, she's got several proposals. She's rejecting everybody.
okay,
Sixth
okay.
Lord, Mars in the, I think it was Sixth Lord in Sandhi, something like that, right? The
Yes,
chart.
yes, yes.
6,000 hours of meeting people for
Mm,
marriage. Whoever she meets, she's rejecting.
rejecting it, rejecting it. Okay.
So this is how beautiful it is. I wish we had a PowerPoint presentation where we could, actually have a chart, but it was like the starting and ending of degrees. Maybe you can share it. You can attach it in the, when you share the charts, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You share you the, like, for example, Ashwini is 0 to 13, then
Mm,
Bharni is 13 to 26. Chitra is 26 Virgo to 6 degree Libra. So this is very important when it comes to nakshatra sandhi.
right, right,
So even Pada is there, Pada, but it would have been such a huge, long session to talk about it. It's very bookish knowledge.
right, right, right. But
So Pada,
we'll have you for another session. You have
not from this, we'll discuss some another session.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you have covered a lot than we actually discussed. And
So I think that's about it then.
yes, yes. And I hope the audience must have gotten a lot of value from what we have discussed in these two sessions. This was the last session, guys. But we'll have Anushree ma'am join us again. I'll insist her to join us again for another topic. And thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us so much value on in these two sessions. Thank you for your valuable time. And you can always reach out to Anushree ma'am for a consultation at her page, The Vedic Experience. That page contains her email ID as well as her WhatsApp and phone numbers. You can always reach out for a direct message on her messenger too. Ma'am is very responsive as well, as I found out. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining in.
One thing I would want to say, since we have, disclosed so many details over here on a public platform, I would advise the viewers not to get very personal when they find out such things. Like, be very, very selective in your words. Suppose you have your friends, the new budding astrologers, when they get to know such certain losses like amsha sandhi, body part losses, longevity issues, you have to be very, very careful when you talk about it. So please just use this knowledge very, very properly, because knowing knowledge is one thing and using it is something else.
Yes, yes,
So we
absolutely.
have to be very, very careful when disclosing some things to people. So if you find this in one of your friends, sisters, family members, partners chart, please do not freak out. Please do not get scared, and please do not misunderstand it. Okay, what we have said has been said after a lot of analysis, a lot of permutations and combinations. So again, retreating, a body part loss, may not happen always. Okay, please use this information very carefully. What we have given, we have tried to cover a lot of cases. You can study more. You can refer the original books, and you can study more. But it was a nice session. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. The session will be uploaded on ma'am's YouTube channel as well as on my YouTube channel. And please leave behind your valuable feedback as well as comments. Let's see if we can have ma'am reply to those.
One feedback would be that I'm very fast in talking, so you can probably add the subtitles.
No, it's absolutely fine. Ma'am actually has a great Mercury. I can say that without looking at the chart. She was in finance and then she came to astrology. Anyways, thank you so much, ma'am. Really, really appreciate for giving me this time.
Awake till
It's 1:20. It's 1:30. Yes, it's 1:30 here.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much, ma'am. And we will have you again. Even if you don't, I'll keep on insisting till you come for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right then. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Namaste. Namaste. See you. Good night from here.